I wanna be rich.
Action.
Karibuni to the Tumesota podcast, episode 3. Can't believe we're in 2021. Welcome to the new year. In this episode, we're going to be talking about the boring stuff, but we're going to make it exciting. You know, budgeting, what to expect in the new year, planning. And you're with me, Amira, your favorite impulsive spender.
Pauline, your indecisive saver.
And Abigail, the Disobedient budgeter. And this is to the Tumesota podcast. Indeed, Tumesota, lakini.
Tuna mocha. Ding, 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 ding. One day we'll afford a bell. Ding, 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 ding.
So, Happy New Year. Mwaka mpya, mwaka mwero. Amira, in Ghana, what do you say?
Happy New Year.
Abigail in Cow. Cow is Kamba.
Wow.
These guys are not ethnic people.
Hey,
So mwaka mwero to my Kikuyu people. Anyway, we really appreciate seeing this new year and crossing over to this new year. Thank you so much for watching, listening, subscribing, downloading episode 1 and 2. We really appreciate. Thank you for also all the feedback. Thank you also, for all the feedback that you also gave us. Thank you. We really appreciate. So I just want to ask you guys and our listeners also how you spent your New Year and your Christmas. I personally went to Ushago, Shags. I don't know how you call it because I know we have people abroad who are also listening to us. Thank you so much.
Shout out to our international listeners.
Thanks.
Watchers.
Christmas. I think that's the usual Kenyan way of spending Christmas. You go see your grandmother. So we did that. Chase cows and goats and sheep if you have. And then slaughter a goat also and choma. So that's our basic way of doing it. So that's how we did it. And then a Happy New Year. After this COVID, we didn't shout 0 at 10, 9, 8. It just slipped. I actually noticed that we've crossed the New Year 8 minutes past time. So, but it's all right. It's all right. So
At least you were not asleep.
At least I wasn't asleep. I know Amira will tell us she was telling us about her friend who slept all through the new year. Like, she just woke up and it was 2021.
Must be nice.
Yeah, so, yeah, that's how I spent mine.
My Christmas, I also spent it in Shags. And here, manze, the Moshi, dealing with Kuni. And
Moshi is also a place in TZ.
At least you know that Amira.
Hey,
And it's smoke before you roast me, I know.
Okay.
She asked yesterday.
At night.
Hey! What?
Yeah.
Hey! I will reserve my comments.
So yeah, I spent my Christmas in Shags. I burnt, but anyway, it was well.
Wait, you
And
burnt as in? You got burnt?
Like I got burnt with the firewood. Kizoea gas. So yeah, and New Year, at least I spent it with my friends because it was my birthday just before New Year. So
Hey,
yeah,
happy
it was a
birthday, by
nice-
the way, in person. Happy birthday.
When you
Thank
didn't
you.
tell her.
I did. But
Oh,
I'm
okay.
just, and you guys can tell her.
Happy birthday.
It was a nice New Year for me also.
For me, I'm the odd one out. For those of you who are listening, if you get the chance to go on YouTube, you'll see I'm the odd one out. I didn't get the memo. Guys are in dresses. I don't know where they're going after this. Me, I'm in jeans and the Tumesota t-shirt because we plug the merch all day, every day, you know. And then also I'm the odd one out because I didn't go to Shags. That's just the thing that I'm not Kenyan in. I don't find myself in Shags in the holidays. I was in Nairobi with the family. Woke up early, opened presents, watched a Christmas movie, slept. I've never slept this much on a Christmas. It was just so chilled, no pressure. I was made to cook some things here and there
I thought you loved cooking.
for the right price. Yeah, and it was a chilled Christmas. New Year's though, well, at the launch, which we'll get into later, my auntie Barbara, who came, extended me an invite to come to Coast. And one thing about me, don't give me offers that you can't follow through, because me, I will come. I will show up. I'm not those people who be like, let's meet for lunch, and then I don't come. I will come. I will come. I will remember. So she was like, Yeah, come. You come with your friends. Hiya. The next 2 days I was calling. I'm like, oh, so I'm coming. I'm actually booking the SGR right now. So I went on a budget. Barely didn't even know where the money was coming from. Obviously, holidays have typical drama, but it was really, really fun. It was really, really fun girls trip, and I brought the new year in Mombasa on the beach.
Must be nice.
Yeah,
Must be nice.
I didn't have a beach body, but we are working on it.
Must be nice.
So I know Amira mentioned the launch. So we launched. It was
We launched. Can we pause? We launched.
drum rolls, claps, everything. We launched.
You can throw money at us. Here's the bucket, imaginary bucket.
If you have Amira's number, please M-Pesa. She doesn't fuliza.
Trace.
So we launched, and it was better than what you expected. I don't know if you guys have ever planned an event. The curveballs, the stress, reaching out to people backfiring on you, but we finally did it. It was great. Let me just say it was great. But I'll let Amira, as you can tell, she's a talker, to tell us, to just summarize, if that's possible for her, to summarize how the launch was, and then
Forgot to say it was great and also safe.
Oh, it was great and safe.
We had sanitizer and masks on deck, branded.
Broke repellent.
Broke repellent and masks that protect you from broke bacteria. So not only are you staying COVID safe, you're protecting yourself from poverty. And you may think it's just funny. It works. It actually works. Mm-hmm. It works. But the launch was great. We had an amazing time despite all the cancellations and last minute curveballs that were thrown our way. The fact that we got the venue for free because of my negotiation skills. Give me my credit. The fact that the people who showed up did when they did. The fact that we were able to even have an event in COVID times, because there was a time when we couldn't even have an event, was just really good. The fact that the screen worked, because the day before the screen was not working for us to show the podcast. There was just it was so much fun, and if you want to see more of it, you can go on our Instagram page. Make sure you follow us. Yes, we're still on private because we know you lurk. We are gonna only unlock it when we reach 1,000 followers. So the quicker we get to 1,000, the quicker we can be public, okay? But yeah, the launch was amazing. We had so much fun, and in a safe way, because we are protecting ourselves from broke bacteria and, COVID. So that was the launch, and obviously, guys, in typical Tumesota fashion, TumeJam.
You seem like you're jamming at this point.
Yeah, we're on this New Year vibe. New Year, how people say New Year, New Me. I'm sure you've seen some of those posts. New Year, New Me, positive vibes only, new energy, leave 2020 behind. But we're human. It's day 7. I had drama from January 1st. That's just me. So I'm sure we're jamming about something. So let's get it off before we get into the juice of the podcast. Just let's get it off. Abby, tell us, what are you jamming about? We know it's so hard to get you upset, but there must be something.
Well, I'm not jamming. I'm just frustrated. Getting a house is stressful because I'm supposed to go back to school, and I had to look for a house, and it almost made me miss this shoot. But thank God I'm here. So that's the only thing I'm frustrated about. Getting a house can be really, 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 really frustrating.
Yeah, the youngest is moving out first. The old ones are still in their parents' houses. But we thank God.
We live to fight another day.
No pressure, guys. What I'm jamming about, I'm jamming about my experience with
struggle to see my ex.
No, my experience with police brutality, or our family's experience with police brutality. So I'll try and keep it as short as I can. So during Christmas, you see, how do I explain it? My shosho's place, my grandmother's place, is we don't sleep there because all of us go, like all our cousins and my aunties and uncles go there.
There's too many.
We are many, so we can't sleep all of us in my shosho's house. But we have another house in Ushago where now we can, like, a bigger house where we just put mattresses and the rooms, and it's enough for all of us to spend the night there. So of course we'd want to spend like a good percentage of the night with my grandma. So we stayed till like 12. So when we were leaving, when we were now, because we have to like get on the road now to the main road.
Past curfew.
Yeah, but it's like just it's a walking distance to my place, like from my grandma's place.
It's in the same like gate.
It's not in the same gate, but we have to get out of my shushu's gate and then now walk towards our place now.
Okay.
When we were walking, so apparently there was an incident, just like my shushu's neighbor down. There was a fighting incident, so the cops were called. So and the cops came and they were all drunk. And they were drunk. All of them.
We're not saying
drunk.
all cops.
Not all cops drink. Not all cops are brutal, but the ones that we had that time, or that came that time, were brutal. So when now we're walking now to our place. The cops were coming now going back to the station with the people who are doing the incident. So who had the incident. So the first people to be caught were my dad, my sister, my younger brother, and one of my cousins.
I'm just trying to imagine. I shouldn't be laughing, but
so they're like, what are you doing? It's 12. Nyinyi ni kina nani? Who are you guys? Where are you going? Nini. And they're all frantic and all. And my dad is just trying to stay cool and telling them, excuse me, we are going home. We are coming from my mother's place. We're going to sleep in my place because we can't all fit there. And in typical some cops fashion, they just try to get you frantic so that you can be confused and they can arrest you. And my dad kept his calm. So he's like, a second time. So let me tell you the second time. We're coming from my mother's place. We are coming to sleep at my place. And all of us, there are so many people actually coming down here because we all can't fit in my mom's place. So of course I don't know whether they were scared because my dad was so cool, calm and collected. So they just told them, go, get in the house. We don't want to see you. So they went. So what happened was one of my cousins was talking on the phone, and that time my dad was trying to reach him to tell him to get inside the gate, because you see
not come out.
No. He's already outside the gate. He's talking on phone, so he's standing. So he's standing outside the gate, and you see they're trying to reach him, and he's engaged, so they can't reach him, and the cops are coming up. So so he's not reachable, and he's still talking on phone. So the cops get to him, and he's there because there's no network. Okay, the reason why he's talking and he's outside the gate is because there's no network. It's people who live in abroad. It's the bundos. There's no network. It's a ghetto. There's no network. So so what happened was the cops find him outside, and also in Kenya also there's the way just some cops just manhandle guys. With the ladies they're a bit soft, but with guys they just do whatever they want to you. So they hold him, and my cousin gets scared. He throws his phone inside the gate thinking that they're thugs. So when he throws, they think he's fighting back. So they rough him up. He's like, what are you doing outside? What are you doing right now? What's happening? It's past curfew. My cousin like, this is my shushu's place. I'm just talking on phone. So we were outside and we could hear that someone is being, I don't know which word to harassed. I would have said hand word. And we're wondering what's happening and why is it happening outside our shushu's gate. So we all walked towards the gate. Oh, no. So when we walk towards the gate, we find that he's already been released. He's just been thrown inside the gate, like literally thrown. So one of my cousins, then they are like, get inside the house and close the gate. So my cousin just says, the gate is closed. You can't tell us to close a gate that's already closed. Let me tell you guys.
You told the police that?
Yeah, we just had ngoja unaongelesha nani hivyo? For guys who don't understand Kiswahili, wait, stop the car. Who are you talking to like that? They all stormed out of the car and literally flew inside our gate. And it flew like there are four of them. They just pushed the gate and all of them entered.
Like stampeding.
Yes.
But that's not even.
It's not allowed. Yeah, it's not allowed. You can just.
Was the gate locked?
Yeah. See, my cousins were holding the gate.
How many were you?
The whole family.
How many were those?
So, but outside it was three of my cousins.
How many were holding the gate against the police?
Three. So my cousins, so they entered, and then there were like 8 cops, and then each of them held my cousins. Let me tell you, that drama went on for like 20 minutes. We were fighting. Some of them were trying to get my cousin's phone. What. Anyway, let's just say Yeah.
No one got arrested?
No one got... Oh, but one of my cousins actually got into the car. My shosho had to get out and say, these are my children. Please don't take them away. They're just coming to visit me. They are just going home. My shosho literally had to get out and talk to them. That is the only way. They're not listening to anyone. And then, they came out to those rungus. Have you ever seen the rungus?
Yes.
What are rungus called
Those
in
like
English?
bats.
Yeah.
Those
Whatever.
rods.
And you see now how scary they are, because they've come and they're ready to beat him. Anyway, yeah.
That was
Where I feel like Pauline has jumped for the both of us, so me, I will literally just say, for me, what I'm jamming about is the state of my bank account right now. It's depressing. And nothing is coming in. I just leaving. So I'll jam about that. I was going to do a whole jam about my phone situation, but Pauline today was the star of the show. So I'm going to keep it short.
For all of us.
She has jumped for all of us. We thank God that you're still here, that we can still do the podcast. Wherever those police are, I hope they're happy. So over to the Disobedient budget.
So this week we're going to be talking about budgeting, and my last challenge, do you guys remember?
Yeah.
How are you faring on with it?
Yes, teacher.
How are you faring on with it?
I ain't gonna lie, I am slacking. Me, I'm still in 2020. 2021 will start on Monday. Please.
Bruh.
Sure. Anyway, I'm also still slacking. We are still paying debt for the money we used during the launch. That's my situation. So after I'm done paying debts, then I budgeted to pay debts. Yes.
For me, I can say that I've been forced to budget already because of moving out.
The student life. Hey.
The student life is a bit hectic, but we are managing just fine. And I want us to talk about our financial goals for this year.
Whew. Okay, I can go. I've not really taken time to set mine extensively, but one that I definitely know is that even with budgeting, I want to be on top of my budget. I don't want it to catch me off guard like it did at some point last year. I really want to be on top of it, and I also want my asset column to increase. You know what I'm saying? I may still be sorted at the end of 2021, which is fine, but I shouldn't be so tired. Yeah. So yeah,
that's nice. I want to be consistent this year. I've named my year Consistency 2021. So I want to be consistent with my budgeting, consistent with everything that I am doing in life, actually. So that's pretty much it. I just want to set a budget and be consistent about it. Like, have everything in check in such a way that even when worse comes to worst, I'm still able to save. I'm still able to... like Amira said, grow my asset column, everything. So I just want to be consistent. That's my goal.
Just say goodbye to enjoyment and you'll be fine. Trust me.
It's difficult.
It will be hard. Mine will be... I also want to just build my asset column, because at this point, that's the only thing that is making me lag as much. Yeah. So if I just want to build my asset column this time, and we shall. Yeah. So
you can also build it for us if you want to M-Pesa.
Amira is the queen of shameless plugs.
Yeah. Queen.
Amira, you can tell us what budgeting is.
Alrighty. I can give you guys a breakdown. In the most simplest terms, I would just say budgeting is a skill. I consider it a skill. It's not just an action. It's actually something that takes practice. It takes work. Would you guys agree?
Yeah.
It's not like you wake up and you know how to budget. It's like you need to actually learn how to do it. But it's a financial skill that helps you keep your finances in order, keep your finances organized. And I wouldn't say there's one way to do it. There isn't. Just like exercise, there's different ways that work for different people. But provided you're actually practicing the discipline, that's what's most important. So, yeah, that was not a Google definition. You can Google if you want something more, explanatory. But that's the best way I would put it.
So budgeting, I think, helps you to not be like it helps you not to be caught off guard.
Yeah.
So like I feel like for me personally, it has helped me to be able to like just maintain and not be broke to a point where I'm lacking, like completely lacking, where I can say I've slept hungry because I didn't have enough money or something like that. And I think budgeting with you guys helped me also realize that even the small monies count. Because there's a time, I'm a fan of fries, and there's a time I used to buy fries. Those ones for 30 bob.
You have fries for 30 bob?
Like Mzemwe too.
Oh.
So I used to buy fries for 30 bob. And by the end of that month, those fries had reached 900 shillings. Huh? It's not funny.
How will we do 900 by 30? You and me?
That's like, oh my god.
And the fries are low. And the fries are low. And the fries, like a good portion.
It's a good portion.
Do they at least have tomato sauce?
Yeah.
Hey! 900 divided by 30. That's like 30 times. 30 times 30 is...
So
yeah,
one,
that's 30 times.
One a day.
That's once every day in a month. My goodness.
So yeah, like that month, when we started really like budgeting together, it helped me realize like even the small money counts, because I didn't know that I would use 30 bob to like 900 shillings.
That's literally that's the highlight for this episode.
So yeah, I think for me that's how it has helped me, and also like at home.
Helps you be aware.
Yeah, and also at home, my mom is the kind of person like if you don't budget, she'll tell you you'll take water and salt. If worse comes to us, that's your problem.
Ooh-wee.
So yeah, it just helps you to be on track about your finances.
Wow.
And I think that's the aim. It should be the aim all the time, especially all around the year, so that you have enough. You never lack. Yeah.
So, guys, we just want to show you how simple a budget can be. So, I used one of the jobs I'm doing for social media, and I took my salary. What's the salary? Yeah, salary that is 15 Gs. So, I'm just trying to, because I also know it can be termed as small money, to show you how you can budget 15 Gs and make it work within your budget. Let me just say that. So the first thing.
How do you budget for the listeners? Are you using a notebook? Are you using a phone?
I use a notebook. I'm those people who love writing. So I just want to write it down and see it in my own handwriting. Then now I can be able to use it. If you the apps you can use what is it called, Excel sheets to budget. Even I think there are templates on the internet for budgeting.
Just make it work for you.
It's as simple as you want it to be and as complicated as you want it to be, but do it either way. That's it. So when we were starting to budget, we just said that you need to have your constants, that in a month you have to use money for it. So that could be, if you tithe is one of them, credit or bundles, because you talk on phone, savings is a must, and then transport. Those are constants, I believe. So what I do is I take 1,000 bob out of the 15 for my tithe, then 500 to give to the poor. If you also are a fan of that, or not a fan, if you believe in it, what do you say? Are you a fan? No, which is the word to use?
Like, no, I don't give to the poor.
Okay, if you do it and it's within your, and you can manage to do it, then
it was for just giving back.
Yeah, it was just for giving back. Thanks, Amira. Yeah. Then 1,000 bob for credit and bundles. What we'd advise though, if you're like Amira and you talk a lot on phone, then you'd rather use minutes. So just these days is this postpay for 1,000 shillings. I think it gives you 500.
You're assuming everyone uses Safaricom.
Oh, if you use Safaricom, most people use Safaricom though. If you use Safaricom, they supposed to pay for 1,000 bob and 400. If you can't afford 1,000, then
for the other one.
Abby, which one? Which is the other?
Star 444.
I don't know that one. Yeah, stuff for we're
You
giving
can Google,
tips.
guys,
You can
you can
Google, yeah. So
But
I also
if you
finish.
talk, the point you're trying to say is if you talk a lot.
If you talk a lot, please
be on a plan.
Be on a plan,
yeah.
exactly. But Amira still finishes her minutes in like the 8th day of the month.
And then I reverse.
And then she starts reverse calling us. But use that. So I use 1,000 for my post pay. Then I save 5,000 shillings. So I put that aside. And then I always have my transport is 3,000. Sometimes it can go past it kidogo, and that's why you need to have miscellaneous. So my miscellaneous is for 1,500 shillings, meaning if there's anything that comes up in the course of the month and I hadn't planned for it, then I can remove some money from miscellaneous and use it for it. Like for example, God forbid someone dies and you have to contribute money, or something comes up and you have to use that money, then you get it from your miscellaneous.
Yeah.
This miscellaneous is also very important because if you end up not using it, then it goes to your savings and you have more savings. So if I don't use it for the month, then I'd have saved 6,500 instead of 5,000. And then enjoyment is important. Enjoyment is very important. Buy yourself something if you have the money. So I have 3,000 for that because life happens, and you can. Amira would want to take me to lunch, so she uses that 3,000 for that.
No enjoyment for me this year. Nope.
So enjoyment and buying yourself something. Like Abby said the other time, budgeting doesn't mean you be selfish to yourself.
Yeah.
Also treat yourself. So the 3,000 is just for treating yourself. If you'd want me to take a picture of this, we can tell Amira to write because she has quite an handwriting. Quite an handwriting.
Let's show you this episode.
And then we can put it or just type it out for you. I don't mind sharing.
Yeah, we'll definitely share on like social media just
Yeah.
the different budgeting things we do. And I think even don't feel guilty if this week you have to spend more because things are thick and you can't save as much.
Yeah.
That's what also your savings is for. Sometimes you do have days when you just don't have it like that.
Yeah.
Because we've had those. Trust me when you're trying to launch this podcast.
Whew.
Our pockets are still hurting.
Yeah.
But it's okay. God will redeem us.
It's as easy as that. Yeah.
And as hard.
And it requires. I just wanted to say.
You want to make it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say that discipline. Budgeting requires a lot of discipline. And budgeting. There's a time we're having a conversation with Amira, and we're saying budgeting is hard, but being poor is also hard. What else did you say? I can't remember the other thing. So everything is hard, but you choose your hard. You choose your hard. So be hard on yourself on budgeting, and you won't suffer being poor.
And I think on that note, it's time for a challenge. And this goes out to all of us, but mainly to the listeners and the viewers watching. Today's challenge is actually a simple one because I'm a simple person. People call me extra, but I like to think I'm simple. The challenge is just budget with at least 2 friends or 2 people who can keep you accountable. Sometimes your friends are actually not the right people because you don't help each other. Maybe you enable each other. So find 2 people that you can be in a budgeting group with. I'm not saying you have to even put money down for some investment. I'm just saying have a friendship group where you're open about your finances. You plan together. Even if you can't save together, you can plan and keep each other accountable. And set your goals for the new year. We are having our meeting coming up soon. Set your goals for the new year and commit to keeping each other accountable for 2021. DM us when you've done it. We'll shout you out in the next episode.
Yep, we will.
For sure. We will also keep ourselves accountable. When we come in the next 2 episodes, we will make sure that we have done it ourselves because you must practice what you preach.
Yeah.
So we would have done it as well. We'll make sure we've done our goals. Trust me, you can hold us accountable on that at our socials at the Tumesota podcast. And also shout out to the people who responded to the budgeting questions on our Instagram at the Tumesota podcast, just in case you forgot. I know somebody asked, how do you budget if you don't have a consistent income? If you don't know, today I might have 100 bob, tomorrow I might have 1,000, the next day, how do you do that? And obviously, no better person to answer that question than Abby, because she's a student. Today you're here, tomorrow you're there. Today you have to buy a textbook. You don't have income tomorrow. Like, there's so much. So what would you advise the person who asked that? And thank you for asking. You know who you are. Yeah.
I think the first thing is to remember where you're coming from. So that you don't end up trying to live a lifestyle that is not yours.
Amen.
So you remember where you're coming from. And like, I remember now before I got the chance to move out, I used to be given, I think, 1,000 a week. For some that might be a lot, but for me it was what was going to work for me. And I used to make strategic, like I used to eat strategically. I eat at lunchtime.
Uni stories.
And if you eat at lunchtime, that covers breakfast and it covers
dinner. For real.
Because
so you would eat chips
Thank
then?
God I didn't sleep in
I
school.
know it would have potatoes.
no, it didn't actually. Where is
It
it?
was chapo and
Dengo, or chapo and beans or
50
chap.
bob.
God
So it's
bless
either
your
late.
hearts.
Actually, I used to eat at around 3 thereabout. Because if you eat at 3, that makes it like breakfast and late lunch. So I used to eat strategically so that at least by the end of the week I've not lacked, as in I've not. I need to have used this word lacked, but it's the best. It's the best that I can use at this point.
Yeah.
But so I used to eat strategically, and I think even and even at this point where I'm renting a house, I'm just thinking I have 10,000 on my hands, and 5,500 goes to rent. I have like at about 500 on electricity. I have about, like, I'm already doing the math, and at the end of the day, I know I still have to eat. I still have to go. I don't know. And at the end of the day, I have like about 3,900 remaining for everything. So it's just to remember where you're coming from. I think that's the only important bit.
Planning, being strategic, like you said, and then also having friends. Because you see, now we'll definitely make sure Abby is on point. We won't let her slack. So just do those 3 things, and also it's okay to ask for help. It's okay. It's actually okay. We all start somewhere.
And I think just to, I remember on episode 1, Amira was talking about how important it is to be real about your finances to the people you're close to. And I think the way now Abby has just been real with us about that, when we know she's at a bad place and we're in a place to help, we can just decide we are going to visit Abby and then we'll go with food, something like that, and we'll save her the 50 bob for,
or we'll go and do the shop for her,
or shop for her or something like that, because she was real. And that's why you're not supposed to be ashamed about your finances. Be real. It's okay to
even miss opportunities because you're hiding. So never hide, never be ashamed. This was a great episode, guys. I really enjoyed it.
Same.
All right, so now I think we've had a great time. We can all agree. And we are still on our way to 1,000 more episodes. Right now we're at 997.
We have 997 to go.
Okay. All right.
We are getting there.
Thank you guys for watching, and
don't forget to follow.
Don't forget to follow us on all our social medias, Instagram and Facebook, at the Tumesota podcast, and also on Google Podcast and on YouTube. All of them.
And also our personals, connect with us, DM us, talk to us. You can also give us money. I keep saying, we're trying to bring you guys along the journey. This is not just for us, or we would not bring it to the podcast platform. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So 2021, we are gonna secure bags regardless of COVID. We are going to Omoka.
Amen.
Do not worry. Yeah. So goodbye.
Adios, muchachos.
Goodbye.
Hey, Pauline knows something other than Kikuyu.
Yeah. Excuse me.
And as we exit and go back into the real world, we have to grab our Tumesota masks, protect us from broke bacteria and that COVID, covers the nose very well, as you can see. And you can see, if you're a listener, if you visit our social media, Get some merch, and stay safe out there. COVID is still real, but please stay safe. Peace, love, happiness, and money to you. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Bye.